Welcome back, Legacy Creator, to day 8 of your new life. This is Ntebs Mbanjwa, CEO, founder, and eternal hype woman of the Dinaledi Institute, your home of manifestation, identity work, soul healing, and limitless living. Now, before we get into the meat of today, let me ask you something silly but powerful. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror after a long day, looked yourself in the eyes, and thought, who even is this human? Yeah, same. Sometimes you're a queen. Sometimes you're a mess. Sometimes you're a queen in a mess. But here's the kicker. The mirror is never lying. It's simply reflecting who you're being right now. But what if I told you the mirror is quantum? That it doesn't just reflect who you are now, but who you could be in an infinite number of parallel universes. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But here's what he didn't tell you outright. The mirror of your life, your circumstances, your bank account, your relationships is simply showing you what you've been believing up until now. One woman I know used to look in her mirror and only see lack. She told herself, I'll never be wealthy, I'm not the type. And guess what? Life kept handing her proof of that story. But the day she dared to shift her self-concept, she started looking in the mirror and seeing a woman who owned her destiny. That's when doors started flying open. Clients called, checks arrived, and her external mirror caught up with the new inner picture. Hill wasn't kidding. Believe first, then see, not the other way around. Legacy Creator, pause here. Close your eyes, see yourself in the mirror, but don't see the current version. See the legacy self. How are they standing? How are they breathing? What's in their eyes? Hold that image. That is your truth. Now let's add Frederick Dodson into the room. He said, you shift reality by shifting identity. Simple, right? If you want to step into a parallel universe where you're already abundant, happy, and powerful, you don't hustle your way there. You be the person who lives there. It's like a radio dial. Right now, you might be tuned to 89.7 Struggle FM. Every song is about lack, fear, and anxiety. But guess what? 106.3 Abundance Radio is already playing. The music is there. You just have to turn the dial. And shifting the dial means shifting you. Your legacy self is already vibing on 106.3. They're waiting for you. They're like, sis, when are you joining the party? The cocktails are ready. So today, we're not just going to look in the mirror. We're going to step through it into the universe where your legacy self already lives. Florence Scovel Shinn taught, your word is your wand. The game of life is a game of boomerangs. What you speak comes back. She once shared a story of a woman who constantly complained about being poor. Florence told her, stop saying you're poor, speak wealth even when your purse feels empty. The woman started declaring, there is a supply for every demand. Within weeks, unexpected checks came, opportunities poured in. Florence's magic wasn't in the words themselves, it was in the alignment. When you speak as your legacy self, you command the mirror of life to catch up. So, Legacy Creator, what words have you been speaking into your reflection? Not enough. Too late. I can't. Today, let's flip the script. I am enough. It is right on time. I can and I will. Say it out loud, make your mirror listen. Let me tell you about a man who was stuck for years. He used to walk past a luxury apartment block in the city every day. He'd press his face to the glass and whisper, one day, but not me, that's for rich people. One day, something shifted. Instead of saying, not me, he said, that's my building. Every morning, he repeated it like a mantra. Neighbors laughed, he didn't care. 3 months later, through a wild series of synchronicities, he signed the lease. The same building, the same window he used to press his face against. That's the mirror. Life was reflecting his new self-image back at him. All right, Legacy Creator, let's embody. Sit tall, take a deep breath. Imagine you're standing in front of a mirror. On the other side is your legacy self. They're smiling at you. They know who you really are. Step closer, put your hand on the mirror, feel the energy of that version. Confidence, abundance, joy, power. Now, on the count of 3, step through the mirror. 1, 2, 3, step. Now breathe as them. See the world through their eyes. What do they believe about money, about love, about their worth? Feel it, anchor it. This is who you are. Okay, now don't go getting freaked out when your legacy self starts showing off. You'll notice little things: a free coffee, a random compliment, an opportunity that comes out of nowhere. That's not luck, that's the mirror catching up. So when it happens, don't be humble. Don't say, oh, that's weird. Say, of course, that's just me in my legacy timeline. Remember, we don't beg the mirror, we be the reflection. Legacy creator, that's day 8 of your 30-day journey. Today, you didn't just learn, you shifted timelines. You stepped through the quantum mirror into your legacy self. And from now on, when you look at your reflection, don't see the old story. See the queen, see the king, see the abundant soul who is already here. Created by Dinaledi Institute, home of manifestation, identity work, soul healing, and limitless living. Subscribe, share this with your people, and remember, your mirror is waiting for you to show up as who you really are. See you on day 9.